GETTYGame of Thrones star James Cosmo and record-breaking cyclist Mark BeaumontThe 64-year-old politics professor from the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow is well known from his media and TV work on polls and elections. His exit poll in June's snap election revealed Theresa May was set to lose her majority, despite the Tories having had a massive lead in the polls over Labour when the contest began, prompting some to suggest the psephologist was the real winner in the ballot. Born in Cornwall, he studied at Oxford and, as well as his post at Strathclyde University, he is a senior research fellow at Natch and Social Research, Britain's largest independent social research agency, and president of the British Polling Council. He said, "Just 6 months ago the exit poll I led surprised everyone with a shock prediction that went on to be uncannily accurate. Now it is my turn to be surprised, and humbled by the gracious decision to grant me a knighthood. Now it is my turn to be surprised." John Curtice. Professor Curtice is knighted for services to social sciences and politics, with the same honour also going to the Very Reverend Professor Ian Torrance, a former moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, who has been Pro-Chancellor of the University of Aberdeen since 2013. His inclusion is recognition of his services to higher education and theology. Lib Dem Deputy Leader Jo Swinson is awarded a CBE for services to political and public life. 6 months after the 37-year-old won back her East Dunbartonshire seat from the SNP, also honoured is Susan Rice, Chair of Scottish Water and the Scottish Fiscal Commission, the independent body which forecasts tax revenues and spending on welfare. Now these have been devolved to Holyrood. She was the first woman to head a UK clearing bank when she was appointed chairman of Lloyds TSB Scotland in 2000. She now becomes Dame Susan in recognition of her services to business, the arts and charity. Veteran actor Cosmo, 69, is honoured with an MBE for services to drama, having starred in films such as Braveheart, Trainspotting and Highlander. More recently, he has appeared in hit TV show Game of Thrones. Beaumont, who made headlines when he first broke the record for cycling round the world in 2008, is also recognised with a British Empire Medal. The 34-year-old receives the award after undertaking a second record-breaking trip, completing the massive journey in 78 days, 14 hours and 40 minutes. Getty. Lib Dem Deputy Leader Jo Swinson is awarded a CBE. Also awarded the MBE is David Duke, who dedicates himself to helping others out of hardship. After the death of his father and problems with alcohol, Mr. Duke, 37, was living rough in Glasgow when he saw an advert for the 2003 Homeless World Cup in Sweden. He started training and was picked as part of the Scotland team, which finished 4th. Returning home, he got more involved in football coaching and led the Scotland team to World Cup victory 4 years later. In 2009, Mr. Duke founded Street Soccer Scotland SSS to help others experience the transforming power of sport. Kay Mackay, 76, from Lewis, receives an MBE for dedicating more than 35 years to fundraising for cancer research. UK. Balwant Singh Chadha, known as Bob, gets the same honour for services to local government and community cohesion in the West. The 79-year-old has served for more than 50 years as a Justice of the Peace and was elected to North Lanarkshire Council in 1995. Stepping down this year, CBEs were awarded to James Robson, the long-standing doctor to the National Rugby Union team, and Labist entertainment correspondent Ross King.